Hello everyone, True here, back with another video. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day. I know it's been a little bit of a while since I've last uploaded. Been super busy with school and a couple of other things, but we're back, and today we will be taking a look at Mewtwo and Mew-GX combined with Hydreigon, also known as Dark Mew3. Now this concept is not an original concept. This was originally created by Tord Rekliv. He showed it off on his stream a long time ago, and then from then we've been seeing a couple of videos on YouTube regarding this deck, and I figured that I would take this deck and play some games with it and see how it does. The general idea, if you don't know, is to use Hydreigon's Dark Squall ability. The concept behind Dark Squall, not new at all to the Pokemon TCG. Back when Black and White was still standard, we had Blastoise, which allowed us to attach water energy from our hand as often as we like to our Pokemon, and the same goes for Hydreigon. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a dark energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So we have a variety. First of all, we play 15 energies, which is actually a pretty high count these days. You normally don't see 15 energies in decks these days. 15 energy is almost Baby Blonde range, which is pretty high. We play a bunch of dark attackers to go along with the Hydreigon Dark Squall ability. We play Greninja and Zoroark-GX as our main way to OHKO Big V maxes. Dark Pulse is a really strong attack just for 2 energies. This attack does 30 damage for times the amount of dark energy attached to all of your Pokemon, and that's the reason we play such a high count, to be able to hit those high numbers with Greninja and Zoroark. We play one of Hoopa-GX. Hoopa-GX is normally what you want to use early game. Turn 1, if you go second, you can use turn 1 Rogue Ring. It's pretty good. You can search your deck for any 2 cards you want and put them into your hand. So you can just search out things like Rare Candy and Hydreigon, or if you already have one of those pieces in your hand, you can search out like the other piece and then a draw supporter. So Hoopa is a really strong inclusion in this deck. Dark Strike, not the best attack, but certainly not a horrible attack either. And then we play one of Mega Sableye and Tyranitar-GX. Greedy Crush is really good, especially in the ADPZ matchup. Let's say you have your Mew3 charged up, but you don't have enough energies to take a one-hit KO on ADP with Dark Pulse yet. You can use Dark Pulse and then finish them off with Greedy Crush and actually take an additional prize card. So in a sense, you're getting rewarded for taking a 2-hit knockout. So it's Mega Sableye and Tyranitar definitely pretty good, and Gigafall GX allows us to mill the top 15 cards of our opponent if we have 10 energies on Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. This will most likely never happen, but it's always nice to know that if you ever run into control, you do have that out to work with. We do play 2 Umbreon Darkrai-GX. Black Lance, definitely a very good attack for 3 energies, 150, 60 to one of our opponent's GX or EX on the bench. And Dark Mew-GX allows us to take an instant one-hit knockout on any of our opponent's on one of our opponent's active Pokemon. So things like Centiskorch VMAX, we can just take a knockout on it with 6 energies on Mew3 or Umbreon and Darkrai itself, and also Trainer Lock at the same time. So really strong, and that's why we played 2 Umbreon and Darkrai just for that GX attack. We played 3 Dedenne-GX, only 2 Mew3s because all of our dark attackers are basics. So we don't necessarily need Mew3 all the time. We can charge up a dark attacker every once in a while instead of being forced to use Mew3. We play 1 Crobat V. We also play one of Oranguru. Oranguru is really good in this deck because being a stage 2 deck, you normally find yourself with 1 Hydreigon in your hand without Rare Candy, or a Rare Candy in your hand without a Hydreigon. Oranguru allows us to save that one piece on top of the deck when we research or Dedenne, which is really cool. So Oranguru, very good in this deck. We played 3 Cherish Ball, 4 Pokemon Communication, 4 Quick Ball, 4 Rare Candy, 2 Switch, 2 Training Court. Training Court is really good in this deck because a lot of our GX attacks really require a lot of energy commitment, and whenever one of our Mew3s go down, for example, we lose a good chunk of energy. So Training Court, really good. It allows us to recover those energies that we need. Yeah, Training Court is very nice. We play 3 bosses orders, 4 research. We're not playing Marnie in this deck. We're just going for sheer draw power with the Dedenne, Crobat, and research. We play 1 Hiding Dark Energy and 14 Dark Energies. Yeah, this is just nothing really too out of the ordinary for a Dark Mew3 deck. And let's hop into some games. Alright, so hopping into our first game with Dark Mew3 against Red Nasty 119. Finally a name that I can pronounce. Good luck to him or her. And we're going to call the coin flip here. We're going to call heads. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately. Let's see what our opponent decides for us to do. We would love to go first with this deck, but we don't mind going second either. Like I said in the intro, turn 1 Rogue Ring's pretty nice. Looks like we're going first here. We don't mind at all. And this starting hand's looking pretty good. Access to plenty of outs for Dedenne using Cherish Ball. So we're going to start with the Mew3 here. Let's see what we're up against. Definitely intrigued. There's a Mewtwo-GX. We're up against ADPZ. Only ADPZ would play Mewtwo-GX. So that's definitely what we're up against right now. So we're definitely gonna bench the Deino. It's really good that our opponent started with the Mewtwo. Definitely I'm glad to see the Mewtwo-GX out of the way. However, our opponent could play 2 Mewtwo-GXs, so we never really want to have a Dedenne-GX in our hand. So right now we could go for an Oranguru, and then Cherish Ball for Dedenne, put the Rare Candy back on top of the deck. I think I like doing that. I definitely want to get some Dark Energies into our hand as soon as possible. So I'm gonna calm the Dedenne back on top of into the deck, get the Oranguru, and let's see what we prized. We didn't prize any of our Dark Attackers. We prized the Deino, prized the Quick Ball by the looks of it. Prized 2 Dark Energies, and yeah, nothing too major. Priced the boss and the research as well. Pricing the research, not great, but certainly something we can deal with. So I'm gonna grab the Oranguru out here. Gonna Cherish Ball, go for a Dedenne-GX, and I'm gonna Cherish Ball for something else as well. What's the most optimal Dark Attacker we want to use? I think I'm just gonna stash the Greninja and Zoroark into the discard pile right now. I think that feels pretty strong. We do play 2 Umbreon and Darkrai, so chances of us getting one of those are pretty high. I'm just gonna grab the Greninja and Zoroark for now. Gonna bench the Oranguru, put the Rare Candy back on top of the deck, and hey, there's the Dark Energy. That's pretty good. We can attach the Dark Energy. Just play the Dedenne-GX here, and yeah, we're off to a really nice start. And man, this follow-up is so nice. Hopefully our opponent doesn't play a second Mewtwo. Next time we have access to Calm for a Hydreigon, we can Rare Candy into a Hydreigon, play the Training Court, and then the Dedenne-GX again. So we're looking really good. We're just going to pass over to our opponent. Hopefully they don't Marnie us here. That would be pretty unfortunate with this explosive hand we've got going for us here. There's the energy spinner from our opponent, grabbing 3 energies. That's fine with us. They're going to attach to the Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. Yeah, there's a Quick Ball. That's probably going to grab them a Zacian V. No, a Dedenne-GX. Alright. That's fine with us. There's the Dedenne from our opponent, and they get rid of 2 catchers, a boss's orders. I don't know how I feel about our opponent not playing those catchers there. I feel like had they catchered up an Oranguru, they probably would have been in a pretty strong spot, I think, because that would have forced us to find an extra card. There's the catcher now. That doesn't make sense at all to me. They definitely should have played those catchers earlier, just to pass from our opponent. Alright, I'm not going to complain. So I'm going to play down the Training Court here. I'm going to play the Calm, shuffle back in the Hoopa-GX, and go for the Hydreigon here. Now, I'm sort of wishing I grabbed the Umbreon and Darkrai off of that Cherish Ball, because we sort of want to use Dark Mew-GX right now. And fortunately, because I grabbed the Greninja and Zoroark, we might actually whiff it here. So let's see if we can get the KO on the ADP this turn. We're going to Rare Candy into the Hydreigon here. Play the Cherish Ball, go for another Dedenne-GX, hopefully hit a research off of this, or some way to find a Crobat V and then hit a research. We just really want to see a bunch of energies and cards right now. So I don't really mind losing any of these cards here. Because our opponent's playing ADP, they will probably play Chaotic Swell or Viridian Forest. We don't really need to save the Training Court or the Rare Candy right now. I'm just going to go for the data change here, see what we draw into. There's a bunch of Dark Energies. There's the Crobat V. Alright, these are definitely some solid draws. I'm going to Dark Squall all of the energy onto the Mewtwo-GX here. And even if we whiff the knockout here, we're still sitting in a pretty gosh darn good spot, I would say. Because we're hitting this pretty hard, and then once they altered creation, we knock them out the following turn guaranteed basically, and then we force our opponent to find a response without using ultimate race. So the chance, and they're already done a saucer as well, so the chances of our opponent being able to actually Brave Blade the following turn after they altered creation, not too high. So I'm gonna bench the Crobat here, draw 4 new cards. There's the Quick Ball. We're just a little bit short, I believe, of being able to take a knockout with the Umbreon and Darkrai. We need a way to discard. I'm going to Oranguru, Primate Wisdom, put the Switch back on top of the deck here. Nope, there's another Dark. How much are we hitting? 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270. We're 10 damage short of being able to KO this ADP. So I'm going to attach the Hiding Dark Energy here. Going to Dark Squall, put this energy here. I think I'm just going to put all of them on the Mew3. Could put one on the Crobat. Or we could actually hold off on playing it. What do I want? Yeah, sort of unfortunate we didn't hit a research there. We had plenty of Quick Balls left in deck as well. So a little unfortunate there, but it's fine. I think I'm just going to put another one on the Crobat V. No reason to put too much energy on the Mew3 now that I think about it. And I think I'm just going to go with the Dark Pulse here. Hit our opponent super hard. 270 here. 1 energy short of being able to take a knockout. But it's fine. Still sitting in a pretty solid spot, I would say. Yeah, we definitely had the draws were definitely on our side this game. Let's see if our opponents... there's the Cherish Ball. Alright. There's ADP. Are they gonna... No, they have another Dedenne to work with. Alright. We definitely hopefully our opponent Marnies us here. That would be super nice. There's the Saucer. Maybe I should have held off on attaching the Dark Energy. Now that I think about it, because our opponent does play catchers. They could catcher up something and stall us for a turn. And then right now, we currently do not have an out to that. But we did Primate Wisdom to switch on top, now that I think about it. So we're fine. Yeah, let's see what our opponent decides to do. They saucer to the Mawile again. Looks like they're gonna try to do the win in 2 turns by cleaning up a Crobat and the Dedenne off of our bench. So yeah, super unfortunate we were not able to take a KO on the RC Palkia. Definitely a misplay on my part, not grabbing the Umbreon and Darkrai. So yeah, now we know, grab the Umbreon and Darkrai in the ADP matchup whenever you get the option to discard a GX. There's a spinner from our opponent. They're gonna fail it here. There's a Crobat. Alright. Looks like they're probably digging for... They're already down 2 saucers, so there's the altered creation. Alright. There's the Switch top deck. I'm going to Primate with some... probably the Switch back on top, I guess. See 1 new card here. There's a Dark Energy. I think I'm going to hold off on attaching it here. I think I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse again. And next turn, we can actually look to use Dark Moon if our opponent takes a KO on one of our benched Pokemon. Yeah, actually we have a really strong follow-up if our opponent does not disrupt our hand. Because even if our opponent charges up the Zacian V as much as possible with 2 saucers plus an attachment here. There's the boss on the Dedenne as expected. We can go Dark Moon GX, boss on the Zacian, and make it so that our opponent cannot play another boss's orders and just finish them off with another Dark Pulse. So I think we just win here if our opponent does not disrupt our hand. There is the Willy Bite from our opponent onto our Dedenne-GX. I don't like our opponent's play there. They should have bossed our Crobat. Our Crobat actually has energy attached to it. There's no reason for them to boss the Dedenne here. Definitely a little misplay from our opponent in my opinion. But we'll take it nonetheless. So I think we have this one locked up here. We can play the quick ball with the Deino. Go for the Umbreon and Darkrai. We have not GX this game yet. Yep, we're gonna grab the Umbreon and Darkrai-GX. I'm gonna read the GX here just to make sure our opponent cannot play any trainer cards from their hand. So we can actually GX the active. Yeah, I think we just win now. Quick ball away the Umbreon and Darkrai here. Probably just grab a Dedenne-GX right now, to be honest. I really don't see any way our opponent can win now, because with this Dark Moon GX, they cannot play Saucer, they cannot play Boss. I think we've got this one about locked up, to be honest. I'm just gonna primary with them, put the Dedenne back into the deck, I guess. There's another Dark Energy here. I think I'm just gonna put all of them onto the Hydreigon at this point. We have to switch in hand. Yeah, I just want to thin out the deck as much as possible. So I'm gonna put all of them on the Hydreigon, because why not? And we've got the Umbreon and Darkrai in the discard pile. We can retreat into the Mew3 here, and then go for the Dark Moon GX. Take a KO on our opponent's active Mobile GX here, and yeah, they can't do anything. And I think we just win now. They can't play any trainer cards, which means they cannot attack this turn. And yeah, that's probably gonna do it for this game here. Let's see if our opponent has something sneaky that I can't think of. They can Primate Wisdom. They can Dedenne-GX again if they play the third one. They can even Mobile if they want. There's another Zation view from our opponents. But I think we have this one locked up with the Dark Pulse here on the following turn. Yeah, we just drew super well this game. Even though we whiffed the turn 2 KO on the ADP, we were still able to get that late good old what was it called, Dark Moon GX on our opponents, against our opponent here, and I think that's gonna seal the deal for us. They attach to the activation V. They still need an extra attachment, and there's no way for them to do that without a Metal Saucer. Or if they play a Bede, no, they can't play any trainer cards, so they can't even Bede if they had one. There's the Intrepid Sword from our opponent. Alright, we're gonna take a dub here. They draw 3 cards. That's fine. And yeah, we're just gonna use Dark Pulse here, take a knockout on our opponent's Station V, and take a dub in the first game here. 360 damage. Yeah, this deck's insane. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, so hopping into our next game here against Sampei 170590. Alright, good luck to him or her. We're gonna call the coin flip here. We're gonna call heads. We do lose the coin flip, so let's see if our opponent opts for us to go first or second. They are playing the fire. They do have the fire deck box, so they do opt for us to go first, which we certainly don't mind doing here. Starting hands looking not as strong as the last game. I think I'm gonna opt to start the Hoopa-GX here. Definitely don't want to start with this guy. That doesn't feel good at all. So let's see what we're up against here. There's the Crobat V from our opponent. That's really good for us. Alright. I think I'm just gonna opt to Dede change here, to be honest. We are gonna have to lose a Rare Candy, I think, unfortunately, but I think I'm fine doing so. I'm gonna play the Calm here, shuffle back in the Hydreigon. Probably just grab a Dedenne here, to be honest. Let's see what we priced here. This is really not great. Alright, we priced our Greninja and Zoroark-GX. We're probably up against Centiskorch, so that's not ideal. Greninja and Zoroark's great in that matchup. We hit super high numbers with that card, so I'm a little unfortunate we priced that. All of our Dinos and Hydreigons are here. Priced the Mew3, that's fine. All comms are here. We priced the Quick Ball. And prize 2 energies. Alright. Little unfortunate with that Greninja and Zoroark prize, I'm not gonna lie, but it's fine to say the least. We're gonna grab the Dedenne-GX here. We could do a little cute play, go for the Oranguru, put the Rare Candy back on top of the deck, but I don't really think that's necessary right now. I'm gonna calm the the Mega Sableye and Tyranitar-GX back into the deck, grab an Umbreon and Darkrai-GX, and I'm gonna put this guy in the discard pile, play down the Training Court here, go for that Dedenne-GX, and the reason I'm not attaching the Dark Energy is because we can get a Mew3 here, and attach to that, but looks like we whiffed. Alright, this hand is really bad. Yeah, now we're sort of bricking. We can attach the Hiding Dark to the Hoopa-GX, use the Training Court here, get that Dark Energy back into our hand. I'm just going to pass over to our opponent. Nothing we can do here. Would have loved to go second in this scenario because we could have used Rogue Ring, searched out for more cards to work with, but fortunately here we're sort of sitting on a dead hand. We're in top deck mode. There's the water onto the Crobat V. That's good for us. Alright. That shows us that our opponent didn't have any other basic Pokemons to water to that were useful. There's the concession from our opponent. Looks like they didn't have anything going for them. We'll take it. And that's going to do it for the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And as always, remember to have a good day and stay safe and peace out.